Now, we use paint for many different reasons, right? But one of the reasons is, of course, adding color to the buildings, including our houses as well. But nowadays, there are paint that have different functions.
That's right. What first started out as a simple coloring agent first underwent changes to remove all the harmful ingredients, and now it's evolved into a material that has very specific functions.
That's right. And what's great about this is the paint makers, actually what they're doing nowadays is showing their uniqueness by creating different paints with different functions and also paint that are quite eco-friendly. So here on Hot Items, we're going to be taking a look at several paint products that do have different function and also are eco-friendly here and there. And we are going to take a look at our first piece here.
All right.
And this is, of course, the heat-resistant glass coating paint. So you might be going, what?
How does that work?
So this is actually the Noru Paint and Coatings glass coating paint. And what this does is basically it has, like I said, heat resistance.
Okay, so what's the exact technology behind that?
So we're going to be taking a look at this, right? So this basically has patented ceramic nanopigment. Sounds very scientific, right? And this basically blocks off the infrared from the sunlight that might come into your windows. So we're going to be basically taking a look at how this works out, and you're going to be seeing that not only does it save energy, and we're seeing the video here and how this is applied. Very simple, right? And basically what it does is not only does it save energy within your house, but it also helps you prevent you from getting that UV light inside the house as well. And I was surprised. I didn't know UV light even comes into the house, but has many different functions. And they actually did a test from the Korea Test and Research Institute, and they found out that windows that actually have this coating, the room temperature actually goes down 3 to 4 degrees Celsius compared to actually rooms that don't have these coatings in the window. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to find out how to apply this.
Oh, we've got some gloves on.
And how do you go painting without nice little gloves, right? So we'll try to apply this.
A little demonstration for us.
And this is so simple, the way that this works out. And a lot, I remember seeing my parents actually, do a little bit of painting here and there, but never windows, right? So this is pretty cool. Here is actually the bottle, not that big, right? And we are going to place this here just like you would actually paint any other, walls, for example. But this is, of course, using the windows. It's very nice.
So it has a little bit of a blue tinge.
That's right. So basically this should be enough. And we're going to basically paint this using a roller. And it's very simple. We're going to do this as if we're actually painting a wall. And I'm going to make sure I get all these little things out here. Make sure there's nothing dropping. Very simple. As we saw on the video, we're just going to go up and down and keep applying this. And after a while, what happens is you might be going, whoa, this looks a little bit streaky, right?
It does, actually.
But actually what happens is as it dries, it fades into the whole drying process, so you won't actually look like this. It'll look a lot prettier.
Right.
And as we see here, this is actually the product, the finished product after 20 minutes. And basically...
20 minutes, that's pretty short.
20 minutes, right? And it's great. Basically, not only does it, take a short time, but it also has a very translucent color as well. And we talked about different functions that they have, right? Not only does it block off the sunlight, but also, basically, you have privacy for all those houses that are low-level apartments or even houses that are kind of close by other buildings as well.
So the application seems pretty easy, pretty fail-proof, but what if, for example, winter comes around and you want to take it off? Is that going to be difficult?
What's crazy about this is as easy as it is to apply this, it's actually easier to get rid of this as well. And we have here, very nice, a spray bottle.
So is that a special liquid? Or?
No, well, it has a lot of chemicals and it has hydrogen and oxygen as well. It's called H2O water, right? So all you have to do is spray this very nicely. You want to get that enough here so that it's all nice and wet. Get there enough. You want to cover the entire area. So once this is wet, I think this is wet enough. I want to take off my glove for this one. You could just simply basically peel it off.
Is that it? Or?
This is just it. So
I'll
it peels
peel it off.
So we're just going to peel it off from the edges, and it just peels. See that? How it just peels off from the edges. And you could kind of see how this goes
so
out?
It's like a little film.
Right, exactly. And it's very easy to remove. So let's say you want to kind of reapply later on, then you could just take this out just using simple water.
Oh, okay.
So, very simple.
Very easy. It's gotten a lot cooler in the morning and evenings, but in the afternoon it's still pretty hot. So I can see how handy that will come in.
I would definitely want to use this, right?